There's a lot of different kind of bankruptcies. There's Chapter 7 and Chapter 11 and Chapter 13. Chapter 11 and 13 are where you pay your debts off over a 3 to 5 year period. Chapter 7 is where you wipe all the creditors out. Most mortgage lenders will do a bankruptcy or a foreclosure, bankruptcy. FHA is 3 years, conventional is 4 years. However, if you did a Chapter 13, which is a payout, if you paid the bankruptcy trustee for 1 year, you get a letter from the bankruptcy attorney that you paid them on time, and you take that debt into account on your debt-to-income ratio, you can get a loan while you're actually in Chapter 13, because you're paying the creditors back, and the way the underwriters look at it, you're making an effort to pay the creditors back.
Are many lenders willing to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just a time frame. You know, that you can't do it right after bankruptcy if it's Chapter 7, and you have to wait a year on a Chapter 13. But yeah, lenders understand it. But along with that bankruptcy, a lot of times is bad credit. You know, so that's another factor if you're doing a bankruptcy deal.
Well, explain how the bad credit comes into play. If you have bad.
Well, if you're in a bankruptcy, you know, so obviously you couldn't pay your creditors, so it's going to drop your credit score quite a bit. So that would be a big issue with bankruptcy is credit scores. They go hand in hand, credit score and bankruptcy.
Does it shut you out of getting a mortgage for what? How long?
Like 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of bankruptcy you do.
What do you need
and
to...
the circumstances around it. For example, if you've had a loss of income or a change in job status where your income went down, and you can prove that, or you've had a lot of sickness and health and you can prove that, you can actually buy a house quicker out of bankruptcy. It has to be a plausible reason for the bankruptcy. It can't be, well, I had too much debt, or, you know, I just didn't feel like paying, or my wife split on me, I got a divorce, or whatever the case may be. But there are instances where if something happened to you that was beyond your control and you can verify and document it, then you can get a loan sometimes 3 months out of bankruptcy.